And good Labor Day, South Florida. I'm meteorologist Luke Doris. We just had the 11 o'clock advisory issued from the National Hurricane Center, and I want to go over this with you. Just take a moment and show you the latest on Hurricane Irma. Okay, we do have still a Category 3 hurricane. The hurricane hunters have been flying through this today, and then yesterday they were sampling the environment. They were also flying through it as well, and this has given us a little bit increased guidance and accuracy in our guidance and more faith in our guidance. Is now that this hurricane has been sampled by these hurricane hunters, we're having more consensus in our weather models. So the current stats, 120-mile-per-hour winds sustained, but the gusts have increased to 150 miles per hour. The pressure has actually dropped as well, and the movement has not changed west-southwest at 14 miles per hour. It's still wanting to push southwest rather than a due west course. Let me show you the infrared satellite image. What this shows is a couple of things. One, your eye is getting much stronger in the center of Irma, and it's a sign of course, strengthening. It's more symmetrical as we speak. It's a compact hurricane with strong winds, of course, beyond 120 miles per hour. And something else I want to point out is the leading band not far now from the Leeward Islands. So this has undergone a couple of what we call eye wall replacement cycles. You've probably heard that. That's a sign of strengthening of a hurricane, and this may do that over the next couple of days. It'll bring fluctuations in its strength as well. We do have hurricane warnings now issued for the northern Leeward Islands. Our graphic hasn't had a chance to update as this advisory was just issued. We have hurricane warnings in effect for the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico at this moment as well. So, excuse me, the warning for northern Leeward Islands, the watch for the Virgin Islands and for Puerto Rico. That's the update there. Let me show you the latest cone. Expected to increase to Category 4 status now by Tuesday. That was Wednesday. That strengthening has increased and come just a little bit sooner in time. By Wednesday, it's approaching the northern Leeward Islands. Beyond there, Puerto Rico maintaining that Category 4 strength in the forecast. And note, you don't just want to look down the middle, you want to look throughout the whole cone. So Puerto Rico is included on the southern part of that forecast cone. We go later down the road and toward the Dominican Republic and Haiti, also the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, all locations that are looking to be possibly directly impacted by Hurricane Irma as it approaches later this week. We're looking at Thursday and beyond. Thursday, Friday, and that's where it approaches more of possibly even Cuba and again the Bahamas as well. Let me get my computer working here just a bit better for us as we go through this. I want to show you the Category 4 strength set to maintain itself for several days, starting on Tuesday, going through Wednesday, and also into Thursday. So here's our U.S. global model. What this will show here is a couple of our more reliable weather models and its strength, its current path. Again, it's a bit soon to be talking about direct impacts to South Florida. Let me get you back to that graphic. But I do want to again highlight that we've had some more consensus within our models. So we'll get to that. Let me finish out this cone. There we go. Now we're by Thursday. You can see Category 4 strength possibly affecting directly the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Southeast Cuba, Turks and Caicos, very close there. And note your southward trend as well. There we are Saturday morning. And the edge of that cone, not far from South Florida. A lot of our eyes are going toward that. And Cuba as well, a big chunk of that included now in that forecast cone. Let me show you the potential or the probable tropical storm force wind speed. So you can see it's very high by Wednesday toward the Leeward Islands, toward Puerto Rico. Going beyond that, we include Haiti, we include, of course, Hispaniola as a whole, Dominican Republic, and extending further to the north and west. Now we're at Saturday morning, and note, there's the 5, there's the 10, there's the 20% chance of tropical storm force winds by this weekend. That's increased quite a bit from previous runs as well. So here is back to that computer model I wanted to show you. This is one of our more reliable ones, the U.S. global model, and these are pretty consistent. The two models that I'm going to show you, they agree with each other up until about Saturday, and that's where we're going to start. This is at Saturday at 5 p.m. We see a strong hurricane according to the U.S. global model on the north side of Cuba, and watch its movement as it goes to the north, curling northward by Sunday afternoon, approaching possibly South Florida, and then beyond that there's Monday morning, and it has a landfalling hurricane moving northward beyond that, rolling up the eastern part of Florida along the east side of the peninsula. Now let me show you the other one, the European global model. Again, It's got a lot of consensus. It has a strong hurricane on the north side of Cuba by Saturday afternoon. We'll take you a little bit further down the road and watch it curl to the north as well. It maintains a bit further east of a location, but still uncomfortably close to South Florida. This is by 6 p.m. on Sunday, then moving northward more out to sea as we go through Sunday and Monday. So it's got a continued easterly track compared to the U.S. global model. So I'm going to show you the big takeaways here. This is directly from the National Hurricane Center warning, the latest forecast update that we've had. Increasing chance for some impacts in Florida. We don't know exactly what those impacts are yet. This is still a long way out. There's still a lot that can change between now and this coming weekend. That's our window. But rough surf, dangerous marine conditions, that with the possibility of a close shave from a hurricane. That can't be ruled out. That is on the table at this point. It's a possibility. The window of concern would be Friday through Monday, but I'll leave you with this. Still 5+ days and 1,800 miles out. We need to keep a very close monitor on this. You probably ought to have your plan. Get that ready, so in case you do have to put it into action, you're ready for that. We will have more on this coming up with your noon newscast, and Max and Betty, they're going to be in this evening starting at 4. We'll see you then.